if you want to manifest, then you need to sleep in a way that attracts your desired reality, not repel it. So whenever you go to sleep, you lose consciousness, right? Whenever you go to sleep, you lose your freedom of choice. Your rational mind goes to sleep, but your subconscious mind always stays awake, right? Your subconscious mind runs 24 by 7 for 365 days a year. It never sleeps. Your subconscious mind gets born when you are born and it dies when you die. Before that, it never sleeps. It is always awake. So, when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind is always awake and it is awake 24 by 7. But when you go to sleep, it is in a heightened state, right? So, whenever you are awake, you get your conscious mind is most dominant, right? And your subconscious mind is in the background. And what your subconscious mind does is whatever you feel throughout the day, whatever you see throughout the day, whatever you experience, it gets processed while you are asleep. That is the job of the subconscious mind. And when we are talking about the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind holds all the beliefs that you have, right? So, what are beliefs? Beliefs are nothing but thoughts. And when you keep looping a thought within your mind, when you repeat it enough times, it gets converted into a belief. So, belief is nothing but a thought that is condensed, that is whole, right? So, these beliefs acts as a filter on how we perceive the world. So, every day when you go through your life, your beliefs acts as a filter, right? And because it acts as a filter, it literally filters out your experience and you interpret it in a way that confirms your existing beliefs, right? So let's say you are poor. So if you are poor, if you have a hard time of getting money, or if you hard time having attracting money, then your beliefs are not aligned with you being rich, right? You might hold a belief where you think that getting money is hard, earning money is hard to come by. So those beliefs get transferred, gets confirmed by your everyday experience, right? So since belief is nothing but a thought or a feeling, the thoughts and feelings that you emit creates a vibrational frequency, and that vibrational frequency attracts the experiences and circumstances that you have in your everyday life. So I think you've heard of this term, like attracts like, right? So if you want to be successful, you need to be successful. And as paradoxical as it may seem, that is the truth, right? So, and your vibrational frequency also determines what actions you take every day. So I see people who are struggling to take action, who are feeling low motivation, who sets a goal but they can't follow through with it with actions, right? So what that means is their beliefs are not aligned with the action that they want to take. Since their beliefs are not aligned, them taking the action that will lead them to getting to the goal, that will lead them to getting to the desired reality, is always a challenge. So since your subconscious mind holds your beliefs, and since your beliefs influence your actions and whatever you experience throughout your day, we can say that your subconscious mind literally runs your reality. Whatever your subconscious mind thinks it is true, then that is what you experience in your life. So, to manifest your desired reality, you need to change or program your subconscious mind. And in this case, whatever techniques you may use, you can you can try affirmations, you can try visualizations, you can try scripting. There are thousands and thousands of techniques that you can try. But if the technique that you're using doesn't alter or change your subconscious mind, then whatever you try, it will not lead to your desired reality. So let's talk a bit deep about how the subconscious mind runs your reality, right? So your subconscious mind is a loyal servant, but in most of the cases, you are the servant to your subconscious mind. How? Because the subconscious mind never attracts what you want. It always attracts what you feel, right? So it does not fulfill what you wish, but it always fulfills whatever you feel. So if you're worried every day, if you feel anxious every day, if you fear something every day, then that is what you will attract, right? So if you're always worried about money, getting enough money, not having enough money, then you will be transferred to a reality where you'll always worry about money. right? If you always feel like, oh, I'm never having enough money, oh, I'm not, I'm always worried about my savings, then there will always be another bill that will come to you and you need to pay that bill, because you are literally, yes, because your subconscious mind literally puts you in a reality where you're always worried about money. So your subconscious mind literally alters your perception of reality, right? Because since your subconscious mind holds all your beliefs, and since your beliefs filters your reality, and you interpret it in a way that confirms your beliefs, you always attract what you feel, what your beliefs are. So, for your wish to come true, your subconscious mind must believe it, right? So, this is where sleeping comes in. So, whenever you go to sleep, your subconscious mind processes everything that you have gone through every day. And if you don't alter your beliefs, your subconscious mind literally confirms the same existing beliefs every single day. And when you compound it for like 20 years or 30 years of your life, it becomes really challenging for you to change your life, because your subconscious mind has been running these beliefs for like 2 to 3 decades. So imagine how much programming, how much confirmation your subconscious mind must have had for these beliefs. So if you have been believing that earning money is a hard thing to do, that programming has been being confirmed by your subconscious mind for literally how much ever you age. So if you're 30 years old, for 30 years your subconscious mind has been reconfirming the belief that earning money is hard. So what you can do? And whenever you see someone who's making money easily, you can't believe it. You might assume that they are dealing drugs, or you might assume that they are doing something shady, because in your reality making money is hard, but in their reality making money is easy, because their subconscious mind might be having the belief that making money is easy, right? So everything starts with the subconscious mind. So if you can't change it, if you can't influence your subconscious mind, then your reality will never change. So what you can do, and as shocking it may seem, not every hope is lost. So to change your subconscious mind, you need to speak its language, and the language, and the subconscious mind's language is feeling. So if you have been feeling worry, anxiety, fear every day of your life, and you need to change your subconscious mind, you need to change your beliefs, then you just need to start feeling whatever you may feel if you have achieved your desired reality. So if you have been poor all your life and if you want to be rich, how would you feel if you were rich? Right? And by having that emotional experience every day, you begin to alter your subconscious mind. You begin to alter your subconscious mind by feeling whatever you want to feel if you were in your desired reality. And your subconscious mind is not receptive to pushing or forcing. So I see people on the internet that do 1,000 affirmations per day, 100 affirmations per day. They keep repeating that I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. But if it doesn't get converted to an emotion, if it doesn't get converted to an emotion, to an intense feeling of having that money, of being rich, then it doesn't matter, because the language of the subconscious mind is feeling, is emotion. And just being like a robot and just standing in front of a mirror and saying I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, it's not going to lead to your desired reality. So instead of pushing or forcing, you need to gently persuade your subconscious mind. And how do you do that? You do that by being in a state of relaxation. Techniques like affirmations, visualizations always works, but it always works if you are feeling how you would feel if you were in your desired reality, right? Many people say that affirmations or visualizations or manifestation doesn't work, but it never works if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. If you don't have an emotional reaction to whatever technique you're using, then it will not work. So this is where the sleep part comes in, right? So whenever you go to sleep, before you sleep, your subconscious mind is in a heightened state, right? So since your subconscious mind is in a heightened state, that is when your subconscious mind is more prone to being programmed. Because before you go to sleep, your conscious resistance is at its lowest, right? Your conscious mind is a rational mind. Whatever logic that you, whatever logic or whatever limiting beliefs that may come up, it comes up only during when you're conscious. But since your conscious resistance is at its lowest, you can easily program your subconscious mind before you're going to sleep when you are in a state of relaxation. So you also lose your freedom of choice, right? So if I want to do affirmations now at this moment, my conscious mind is very active. Because it is very active, I might many doubts may come up. My conscious mind may try to rationalize the affirmations. So if I say I'm rich and if I'm not rich, my conscious mind may say that, oh my god, you're not rich, why are you saying that you are rich, this will never work. So all these doubts and negative thinking comes from the conscious mind, right? So since your conscious mind acts as a resistance, it becomes much harder to feel that emotional reaction of you being in your desired reality. So since the conscious resistance is at its lowest, whenever you go to sleep, before you actually sleep, since the resistance is at its lowest, if you do affirmations at that time, or if you do visualization practices at that time, it becomes much more potent, right? So always go to sleep satisfied, at peace, right? So if you have been going to sleep thinking about what you're going to do the next day, thinking about your problems, thinking about the debt you're having, stop all that. Try going to sleep satisfied, relaxed, at peace. Try to incorporate the feeling of already being in your desired reality, right? And this is where visualizations come into place. So whenever you go to sleep, right, imagine that you're already successful. Imagine that if you have always wanted to be rich, imagine you're already rich, right? Be relaxed, be happy, be at peace. Imagine yourself being successful whenever you go to sleep, right? So in this case, if you want to be rich, imagine yourself being rich. If you want to have a specific partner in your life, imagine having that partner sleeping beside you. Or if you want a specific thing, whatever it may be, whatever your desired reality may be, imagine you being in that reality whenever you're going to sleep, right? So for me, when I always go to sleep, I imagine my mom and my wife congratulating me for achieving a specific milestone that I want to achieve, right? So let's say I want to achieve 100,000 subscribers within this year. So I imagine myself being in that reality, and I am showing my subscriber count to my wife, and she's way more excited. She's congratulating me, she's hugging me, and I show it to my parents, and they are happy for me. So even when I'm speaking about the imaginary scenario, I can feel my vibration getting increased. I can feel I'm being in a much better mood, right? Because your subconscious mind, right, it can't tell it can't tell the difference between what is real and what is fake, right? So if you literally come up with an imaginary scenario of you being successful, your subconscious mind assumes that it is true, and it starts changing your beliefs according to that. And if your beliefs are changed, then your thoughts and your emotions you feel every day gets changed. And if they are getting changed, then the actions you take change. And if your actions started changing, then sooner or later you will be in your desired reality. So if you can visualize you being rich, or if you can visualize that you are in your desired reality without any strain, without any effort, then your subconscious mind literally thinks that you own these things, right? So if you want to be rich and you're imagining yourself to be rich without any effort, of course, because if you try to put effort, if you try to force yourself into to imagine those things, then your subconscious mind knows that okay, he's trying his hard. So imagine you want to manifest $100, right? But you probably already you probably already have those $100. Would you try or put hard work in getting that $100? No, right? So if you want to be rich. If you're already rich, then you will not try to be rich. Right? You will not put hard work into being rich. So whenever you go to sleep, when you're imagining to be successful, it should come from a place of relaxation. There should not be any force, strain, or hard work. There should be none of these things. If you can imagine yourself being in a desired reality from a place of relaxation, then that becomes much easier to program your subconscious mind. And whatever your subconscious mind holds true will become your reality. And even if you ever had a bad day, things didn't go well in your business, or things didn't go well in your workplace, how much ever of a bad day you may have had, when you go to sleep, if you take those feelings of worry, fear, angerness, that's not a real word. If you go to your bed feeling angry, worried, feared, or anxious, then that feelings will get intensified the next day. And if you continue this, imagine how much compounding that takes place, and your reality will be in a much worse place. How much ever of a bad day you may have had, come to a place of relaxation. Imagine yourself being in a desired reality and try to improve your vibration. And when your vibration gets increased, and if you go to your bed, if you go to your sleep, having those good thoughts, having those good feelings, then you will feel much fresher, much clearer in the next day. And your next day will reflect that. So today, go to sleep imagining that you're already in a desired reality, and you will feel a difference the next day. And if you continually do this for the next 5 to 6 weeks, you will be in a completely different reality. And if I've been doing this for like 5 to 6 months or even a year, then I can then words can't express how much of an upgrade your life will have, right? So sleep in the right way, and when you sleep in the right way, your subconscious mind gets programmed, and I can't wait to see you in your new reality. Peace.